and welcome to all the ghouls and vampires out there. I'm Joe. Here with me is my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And we're covering all of part 2 of Frankenstein, which honestly nothing really happens. Basically, it's Adam's story. He wanders into the mountains, finds a couple of cottage-dwelling folk. I guess
helps them out throughout a year.
He kind of gets an education later from a guy with French connections.
Who is also blind.
Yeah, so there's the blind guy from some of the movies. Minus the Young Frankenstein movie, which really turned it into a funny thing. And discovers a love for learning and language and history. From there, he went off to go kill William. There's the entire story of part 2.
Yeah, it's like... And the family may have rejected him.
Well,
it's like...
When you're more boring than Ned Flanders, you kind of have it coming. Now, the funny thing is, I actually found the monster interesting in part 1. And I imagine it's going to be interesting in part 3, but in part 2, he's just...
He only starts getting interesting when he meets William.
Yeah, I guess. But, yeah, that's all that happens in part 2. This isn't going to be a long video, because nothing much happens.
Just his travels, him
and
opting for...
There's not much thematically that happens. Yeah, you're struggling to find something.
He decides, okay, I'm going to have a more nihilistic approach, blaming God for all of his woes.
Well, it is God's fault. I mean, God didn't give him, a couch, Netflix, potato chips, steak, a $50, or I should say, I don't know what currency would have been used at the time. I'll say franc or pound. I'll actually say £100 job a week, or just as an allowance. Like all that. God didn't give him all that, so it is God's fault. God should have been working harder that day. I'm kidding. I have to crack that joke.
One character I actually liked in this portion was DeLacy, the blind old man.
Yeah.
Who commented, yeah, people suck. People suck. But it doesn't mean we always have to look on the bad side of things.
Which sounds like My Fair Lady the One song. Always look on the bright side of life. I think it's that play. Or is it another one? I can't remember the play where it says, always look on the bright side of life. Yeah. That's it. At least on my end. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will probably be, the first half of the third part. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button as though you were Adam slaughtering poor William.